This is Jesus Manuel Mena Garza. Hope you're having a fantastic day. In this edition of RV and Travel Adventures, I give you 5 tips. I'm going to keep it down to 5 tips and keep this video rather short. I'm going to give you 5 tips for all of you folks out there that are shopping for travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, pop-ups, Class A, B, C, etc., etc., etc. These are 5 tips that you can take to the bank. Especially right now in the middle of October, late October, a lot of RV dealerships have limited inventory. So what they're trying to do right now is sell you what they have. And you may want A, but they're going to try to sell you C, okay? So if you wanted this, they're going to try to, sort of work you in their subtle ways to buy something else, okay? So you have to be aware. You have to look at what you need and say, does this match what the salesman is trying to sell you, okay? So I'm going to go over 5 tips. Let's start off with these chairs here. These are fluffy chairs. How many chairs do you need in your, RV? Some of us are couples and we're only going to go by ourselves to national parks and do a little boondogging, and pretty much we already know that 99% of the time we're going to be by ourselves. So you only need 2 chairs, And if they're in front of the TV like this one is, it's absolutely perfect. You can watch TV, you can listen to music, the stereo system's also over there, and or you just can read, or in my wife's case, she can knit and read. She likes to knit and read, and I like to read books and watch a little TV, a little sports, a little news, etc., etc. Let's go outside and look at our next tip. Typically in front, on the driver's side of the motorhome, you got a little sticker here that gives you a lot of good information. Let me show you a close-up. As you can see with this sticker, you have access to a lot of very useful information. For example, the date of manufacture. For example, this one was manufactured in September of 2020. So we're in 10/2020. So this hasn't been sitting on the lot for about a year or 2. Collecting dirt, being exposed to the elements, hail, snow, who knows what. So it's relatively new and fresh, okay? You also get the GVWR, GAWR, and like the unloaded vehicle weight of this unit is 12,400 pounds. You also have information regarding the tires. These are 16-inch tires, and their inflation rates, for example, right here, 110 PSI. So here's more tire information. So it's all good information. It's information that would be important to you. So for example, would you buy a fifth wheel that only had 500 pounds of cargo carrying capacity? Probably not. You want something that's closer to 2,000, because people that buy fifth wheels usually are carrying a lot of stuff, or are either full-timing. Well, what do you think? This is very important information. So take a peek at this if that's important to you. If you're a big TV watcher, you want the biggest TV possible. Hopefully 4K, hopefully HDR, at least 1080p, resolution. And if it's a smart TV like this one, that's a big plus. So decide early on if you like to watch TV and if you need a big TV, because typically only big TVs are available in units 26, 27 feet, 30 feet or larger, okay? Smaller RVs have small TVs like 19-inch, 22-inch, puny TVs. If you get a little close to them and you go, yeah, that looks big to me, it works, okay? So you decide right, early on if your RV must have a sweet, gigantic, big TV. It's your choice. Of course, also connected to the TV is usually the head unit, and the head unit can supply some decent stereo. But your iPhone, your Android phone, your laptop usually contains music, and you just put some headphones on or just connect it to some wireless speakers, some Bluetooth speakers, and that works out pretty good. So What do you think of this tip? A lot of RVs have what's called accordion shades. They're pretty pathetic. They have strings on them. They, a lot of even expensive travel trailers and RVs have accordion shades. They look, they're not very good. They call them pleated shades. I seriously don't like them. They are cheap, okay? What I like, and if you can get them, a lot of entry-level RVs in the $20,000, $22,000, $25,000 range are starting to get roller blinds, and I do like roller blinds, especially ones have the dimming ones with allow a little bit of light in, or give you a little bit of privacy, and the ones that just absolutely block out the light. So for example, here we have some shades, and these just roll up like that, and they roll down like that. Very nice, very convenient, and you know what roller shades are like. You have them in your home. Most of us have had them in our homes back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, in the 10s, and currently in the 20s. You know what I'm talking about. It's nothing new in technology. It's just a price point for a lot of these RV manufacturers. They want to put up those pleated, accordion style shades because they're cheap. I understand. But a lot of manufacturers, I know Flagstaff now and Rockwood are offering those on their microlights, and on their higher end products, they already offer them. So drop the pleated shades, toss them in the garbage, and get some roller blinds. That's one suggestion. What do you think? We're now in the kitchen galley of this Alliance fifth wheel. A very nice fifth wheel indeed. I really like it, especially some of the changes they made for 2021. This specific fifth wheel was manufactured just a month ago in September 2020. So it's a new fifth wheel. One of the things I like about this fifth wheel is the stovetop has cast iron grates, just like your cast iron pans and your cast iron grills and your expensive, outdoor barbecues. This is cast iron. It's not just cheaply made, and you can take them out and move them around, etc., etc. Has 4 burners also, not just 2. I've seen $220,000, B pluses. For example, the Airstream Atlas, which only has 2 burners at the time, the last time I saw one. They may have upgraded to 3, but this one has 4, and they're rather large, and you can definitely do some serious cooking. Are you into serious cooking? Some of us are. Some of us just want to use something and stick it into the microwave. So this one comes also with a convection microwave. A+. I really appreciate a convection microwave. And down below, a good size oven. This is a residential size oven down here. And a full-size turkey, not a problem. This unit will roast it and make it tender and succulent, as long as you know how to cook in a propane oven. Using a propane oven is a little bit unusual. Sometimes they get a little hot spots, so you got to be very careful. Some people put pizza, what do you call those things? Those bricks in the oven right above what they're cooking, so it spreads it out a little bit more. So that's just one tip. So what do you think of this oven and this stovetop and this convection microwave? I really, really like it. But what do you think? Even in mid-October, it gets a bit hot in these fifth wheels, especially when they're not plugged in and the AC is not running, so I'm having a little beverage. Of course, what would be a kitchen without a refrigerator? They come in 3 different versions, 3 essentially different types of refrigerators out there on the market. Typically, old school refrigerators are propane electric. So you can switch from propane using your propane bottles to electric if you're, have a generator or a lot of solar, hell a lot of solar, or you're plugged into shore power. The other option is a residential refrigerator. This is very popular right now with larger units. But what's coming on the market lately is DC refrigerators. They're more efficient than your residential refrigerator, and if you have enough solar on the roof, they're so efficient they should operate without any issues. Of course, I'm touching these very nice solid surface countertops. So you have the option, you decide. Some of us want a residential refrigerator. Again, these are sort of starting to fade away, and what's coming into the market now are DC refrigerator, 12-volt refrigerators. refrigerators that operate off your battery. And as long as you have a lot of solar on the roof, charging those batteries, and you got a lot of batteries, this fifth wheel can handle 6, good 100 amp hour, lithium batteries. That's not a problem. Again, thanks for watching. Gracias. Adios. Bye-bye.